Hi, and welcome to Aussie Scale Modeler. Jace here, glad to have your company once again. Well, a huge shout out and thanks to all my amazing, incredible subscribers. Thanks for all amazing comments, the motivation, the positivity, really great. Just amazing. Thank you so much. If you're new to the channel, guys, please hit the like, hit the subscribe and the bell notification lets you know when I air an episode. Every Sunday I really try to put one up, and Wednesdays is a build with ICKYSTICY and Fulbore and Braden from Outlaw Paints. Speaking of Fulbore models, I can now officially announce, if you go to fulboremodels.com.au, the limited edition 1980 VC HDT Commodore kit is finally ready, and you can order it right now. As we speak, you can order that. It is, as it says in the box, a limited edition, so please make sure you head over there and have a look. And the great other products that Andrew has there from fulboremodels.com. So, this episode, great Australian modelers, all the support on Facebook, as I said, great modelling clubs, great modelers throughout the world. My content is basically the Australian modeler, and maybe a few from across the ditch in NZ and down in that other island, Tasmania, and I've got those boys coming up very soon. Great blokes. Okay, also, now we know that the VC's released, what I'm going to do is we'll stop here for a second. I'll let Andrew run you through the kit as it is, so you guys can get a first-hand look at it, and then we'll come back to that.
Metal headrests, metal seat headrest posts. They go in those holes on the top of the seats. Console with the little seat belts and the gear shift lever, drive shaft, rear suspension including metal springs. I've got two metal springs there, just the shadow. 308, made a couple of changes to that for the Commodore, namely the air filter extractors, headers, whatever you want to call them, the AC and alternators together. I've put a little bit more detail into the Worcester carburetor now, and the timing cover water pump is now integral with the fan pulley for this build, because the fan was too hard to get on if the pulley was part of the fan. Front suspension, you got the tie rod, metal tie rod there in the middle of the shot. That slides into the steering rack. The two tie rod ends go on either end. That's your McPherson struts. That pin goes down the centre of the reverse McPherson strut, down through that hole in the tower. The McPherson strut towers in the bonnet. Under the bonnet. And metal springs again, I've had made up. You don't see much of it, but the air conditioning condensers and condenser fan is tucked in between the radiator and the grill. You can see through the grill, so a little bit, so you do get a bit of a hint of that condenser in there. Chassis, a bit like the real thing, where it's a floor pan and reinforced chassis members. The exhaust system, fuel tank, tail lights and rear bumper. The awesome decals from Jeff the Decal Man at Custom Hobby Decals. There's a parcel shelf there. I've put slots in it for the for seat belts if you think you're good enough to get seat belts in there. Yeah, anyway, that's the rear axle and the metal insert that goes into the rear axle. Yeah, that's the Momo steering wheel. Got some sun visors and interior mirror, etc., etc. there. Anyway, that's a bit of the vac form windows. That's about it.
Mate, Andrew, fantastic, mate. Thanks for sharing it with us. Thanks for making that an Australian car available to the Australian people and international people. Guys, if you're watching this from overseas, that is an iconic Australian muscle car from the day, so get your hands on it. Andrew does ship internationally. I believe there's a guy from Sweden that's actually got one of the HG or HTs, so that's pretty amazing. Righto, guys, now we move on to today's guests. It is House of Scale, and I have Stuart and Melanie, husband and wife team. They run a Facebook page with their two kids, and it's great that it's a real family orientated hobby home, let's just say to say. Scale, well, House of Scale, it says it all. They both do incredible work. I'll throw some a montage of just a few at the start here of some of their work. We'll get on with the interview, run some more photos, and yeah, we'll go from that. Let's roll it. Welcome to Aussie Scale Modeler.
Thanks for having us, Jace.
Hey.
Mate, it's an absolute pleasure, Stu, and the beautiful Melanie, looking stunning as per usual.
Thank you.
How's the beautiful weather down there in Victoria?
Well, it's sunny at the moment, but give it 5 minutes and it'll be raining.
You're giving it that long?
Well, it tends to take 5 minutes to shift.
Right, mate. Now, tell everybody about your Facebook page. What's it called?
So we run what's called House of Scale. I've always had a love for scale things. I'm into HO scale railways, RC planes, RC cars, and building scale models. So I wanted somewhere where I could display my stuff and let others have a look and ask questions and get to know people. So we started up House of Scale a couple of years ago, and yeah, we just continue on with it. There's probably there's 4 of us.
Yep.
That manage the page, my wife and I and the 2 boys. So yeah.
Oh, so it's a family thing?
It is a family thing. So
Like
the 2 boys,
yep.
They both like a little bit of RC flight action, and they both got a couple of cars. And my youngest son, he builds a few scale. He's built a few scale models. He's being of that age, he's sort of in and out, but yeah, he has a crack, so he enjoyed it.
Oh, mate, that's awesome. So a bit about you 2 lovely people. When did you get started in scale model? What piqued your interest, and what, how many years are we talking?
Well, I've been scale modelling for since early teenage years, so probably going on 30 odd years now. So, I can't remember exactly what got me into it. I think someone bought me a little scale plane to build, and I built it and then developed a few things, and I sort of been in and out of the hobby for a little while, and got back into it when I moved in with a good mate of mine, and we shared a house, and he used to build some scale models, and he showed me a few things about how to get better at the hobby, and I sort of kept going for a little bit, and then I actually got out of the hobby for a long time.
Yep.
We had a young family at the time, and we were more focused on our work and our life, and building what we've got now for ourselves. And yeah, back in early 2019, I think it was, I still had a couple of kits sitting in the shelves, and my youngest son said to me, he goes, "You need to build some of those again, Dad." He goes, "I like the ones that you've got still sitting on the inside." He said, "Build another one." So I did. And it's kind of exploded from there for me. I've really delved back into it. I think the COVID situation had helped. We had quite a bit of a torrid time of it down here in Victoria, and stuck at home for lengthy periods of time. So it was a really good distraction away from all the stress and headaches from external pressures, and just sit there and scale model away and lose hours. It was what I needed to find.
Yeah, it's been pretty bad down there. We've watched it all the coverage around the whole country. It's been pretty tragic. And Mel, how did you get into it?
Always taken an interest. Even as a kid, my dad built a few models that I liked watching him build, and then when I met Stuart, he was building models with his mates, and I used to always sit there and drink coffee and watch him build, and loved seeing how they turned out and everything. And then in recent times, when he got back into it, I decided, can't beat him, join him. I want to build one.
Well done.
And it's gone from there.
Yeah, and now I've noticed on the Facebook page there seems to be a blue oval theme.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Yep, it's good that you can build realistic models, both mechanically and in plastic. So, mate, I'm a fan of the line. What can I say?
There's always hope. There's always hope for you.
Well, can we just go to a little race called Bathurst and just check the scoreboard?
We can.
I think we should do that, but we'll do that another time. And so, just another thing. What is your local hobby store?
We got a couple of local hobby stores. We've got the Hobby Man in Narre Warren. They're really good down there. I've got a lot of time for the guys behind the counter. They're really good knowledge and know their product quite well. And we've also got another really good one that I frequent a fair bit, and that's Models and Hobbies for You over in Baronia. He's a fantastic gentleman out there. Always makes you feel welcome as soon as you walk through the front door. Yeah, really fantastic service. There's quite a few others within local area, spitting distance, so to speak, that we visit as well. So sport for choice here in Victoria to a certain degree.
Oh, you very much are. I have to say that, like, my local's 2 hours up the road. So
Yep.
yeah, you guys are doing well that way. And it's, as you were saying, the old mate there, a guy that makes you feel welcome. You don't want, I've found over the years, you don't want to go in those hobby stores where it's just sell, like, and you're going in there to have a look around. You might have a plan of buying something, and even if you don't, you're going to walk out with something anyway. It's just the the nature of the beast, unfortunately, and the bank account. But yeah, it's those hard sells, mate. I just walk straight out. It's like, yeah, no, sorry. I like supporting the mum, the dad, the bloke that's into the hop, like people who have a emotional vested interest in what the hobbies, whether it's RC, scale, trains, slot cars, boats, doesn't matter. You want somebody who really gives a crap about what they're doing. Like they've got something in it, not just financially. So yeah, and I see you've got the awesome workshop there. Could you possibly give us a quick tour?
I certainly can. Let me grab the camera. Might be a bit shaky. So this is our little workbench. We've got Melanie's sort of area on the right there, and she's got a couple of works happening in there at the moment. We sort of keep our paints and brushes and all those sorts of things fairly handy, and then we sort of scroll around to the right. Here is my corner of the workshop. I've got a few things on the go at the moment. We try and keep it fairly neat and tidy and all the rest of it. And we run a little spray booth that's vented up in through the ceiling, up that way through that, so through the roof and into a carbon box, which takes out most of the nasties before it hits the atmosphere, which is pretty good. We sort of pan around this direction and we see plenty of odds and sods and bits and pieces as we all collect in our workshops, and we start to see some of my stash sitting over there. That's 2 deep up the top there and single layers down there. We've got more over there, and I've got a lot more inside, and yeah, we sort of scan around, and I've got HO model railway sitting on the other side of the workshop, and got my RC planes all hanging up on the wall, and there's a fair bit more inside, but yeah, that's sort of my workshop. We run a fairly small workshop, so we try and sort of keep clean and manage it the best we can for the two of us.
Oh, mate, you've done a great job. And, mate, just wondering, how old are the kids?
My youngest, I'll have to ask the wife. I don't even know how old I am, let alone the kids.
I've got 2 boys, 20 and 19, and a daughter, 15.
Yes,
All live at home?
Yep.
Well,
yes.
There's 2 spare rooms about to become available that can be integrated. Think of the
we've always joked that once the boys move out, we might move some of the workshop inside, but it is pretty comfortable. I've got a little room built on the back of the garage that's double insulated. It's got air conditioning, it's got heating, all fairly well set up, but it's 2 minutes sort of out from the lounge room or the kitchen area. So
awesome.
It's perfect for us.
Well, as you know, I'm up in the huge Colorbond shed, and it actually ensures that the heat doesn't escape. It's great, as you can see, losing weight as we speak. So, and our kids seem to and most of them are all adults, our 9 boys, 2 girls, but they seem to find us, and anytime I'm in the house, I'm then out of the house. So we're looking at another house eventually, as long as it doesn't get sold from out from under us. And yeah, that room will have padlocks, digital locks. Yeah, sorry. Here's $100 voucher. Off to BCF, grab a tent. You're good. So yeah. This is the last time I'll be in this garage, because there's, and they complain when they have to move me up here and them into the house. It's like, yeah, hang on.
Yeah.
So,
Whose house? Whose
yeah,
house?
whose
Is it?
house is it? Yeah. So, but anyway, guys, I see you've got some Icky Sticky there, and a nice looking Pajero. Whose is that?
That's Melanie's, that one.
Yeah. That's my current work in progress. Building that one. I'm actually modifying it a little bit to make it look like a slightly different model to be the same as the car my dad actually drives. He's had a few Pajeros over the years, and he's a big Pajero fan. So it gave me some inspiration on what to build next when I saw this model. And yeah, building that for him as a bit of a surprise.
Awesome. Well, don't let him watch tonight's episode. Hang on. Did you see my Pajero, Melanie?
You did show us that the other day.
Did I? Hang on. Where'd it go? I've lost a Pajero. How does one lose a Pajero? One gives it to his kids, the real one anyway. Now, I've got the short wheelbase there, so we do a bit of comparison, but Pajero, great car. If you look, send us a photo when you finished it. Looking forward to it. And you guys do any model shows and that?
We've done one.
Yep.
We went to Ballarat last year, which we had a fantastic time at. It was really great to catch up with other like-minded people, and seeing some of the works there was just so impressive. It really gave me some inspiration on, I took a lot of notes and mental notes as well of things that other people were doing within the hobby as to how I can also then improve what I was doing. And it's brought me along in leaps and bounds. I've only been to the one, but the plan is eventually to get out, see some more when they all kick off again, which cross fingers and toes all starts to happen again this year.
Yeah, mate. There's a Castlemaine model show coming up in a couple of weeks' time, and I'll be getting some footage in that from the last couple of years, but that seems to be the premier model car show in the country, so I believe. But I've seen some footage from Ballarat. There's some amazing, mind-blowing skill out there.
Absolutely.
And you're amongst it, you two.
Thank you.
Now, tell me, how did you go in the show?
I got a couple of ribbons and did all right. Not as good as the boss here.
Really? What happened?
I managed to pick up first place with one of my models in the ladies section. So
congratulations, well done. Have you got it there? Can we see it?
I have.
Wow.
But I'm there for Edsel Pacer.
Yeah.
So
now that is very impressive. That's quality all the way.
Yeah.
Not bad for a second model ever built.
No, not too shabby at all. And how long did it take you to do it?
It was quite a few weeks involved, probably a couple of months at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't spend hours upon hours out here. I have other things that keep me busy. So yeah, probably 2 or 3 months on that one.
And it's magic. That scalloping, that definitive line in the scalloping, that.
Yep.
Deep,
yeah. A lot of masking went into that, and yeah, a lot of hard work.
Well, you got it absolutely right. I mean, right enough for first place, so you can't get better than that.
Yep.
Well done.
Very proud of that one.
And so you should be. And you, young man, have you got a pride and joy or a also ran there?
I do. I've got a couple out here that I'm really happy with. this
So
is
you've
one.
got a Commodore, have you?
No, not quite. I've got the only Chevy in my possession, which I'll bring out in a second. This one I really love. I've had this in my possession for probably the best part of 30 years or more. This one originally came out with all gold chrome and all the rest of it. And as a teenager, I made an absolute mess of it. It was, I classed it as pretty much a glue bomb that was very, very average and was falling apart in need of it was in need of some urgent repairs. And last year I decided that was it. I'd had enough of seeing it the way it was and fully stripped it and went through a brake fluid bath after, because it had been 2-packed originally. I panel beater by trade, so I used to paint a lot of my cars in the spray booth at work.
Yeah.
So this thing needed a fair bit of work and elbow grease with getting all the old stuff off. And yeah, finally hit it with some SMS paints and gave it some love and turned everything chrome with a bit of gold. And yeah, this one's now sits back in my display cabinet, pride of place. So I absolutely love these cars. So
yeah, I was about to say that'd be pride of place, mate. Mate, that's a great resurrection, as I say to speak. You should call it Lazarus.
Yeah. The other one, which you'll be happy to see, the only Chevy in my cabinets, and this one is Cold Trickle's NASCAR, obviously from the Days of Thunder movie. I really enjoyed building this kit. I found it online and yeah, knew I had to have it. I love those movies, so yeah, it's all fully airbrushed. Nothing was left straight out of the box, so to speak. Everything was stripped and redone, and all the blending and all the rest of it's just freehand with the airbrush. And yeah, come up really well, that one. So
is that on Facebook? I thought I saw that on Facebook.
That one will be on my Facebook page, yes.
There is another one out there. I'm not sure it was Instagram or Facebook. I saw it, but it's of that high quality as well. I love my NASCAR. I mean, I've got so many Dale Earnhardt kits up there. It's ridiculous. You know, people just say, "Oh, it's easy," but you do that, and not many people can. So,
no, that's right. There is an art to it. There's a lot of blokes out there that have got a lot more talent than me, though.
I'm talking the driving.
I'm amazed with what I can see on the internet.
I'm talking the driving side of things.
Oh. Yeah.
You get people going, oh, they just go around. Well, they're doing 340k an hour. They have some of the smallest brakes, and you can't just avoid an accident at that speed.
No, they just need to learn how to turn right.
Yeah, oh, that's why we had what was that young fellow's name that went over there?
Scotty Mack.
No.
No, Ambrose.
Marcus Ambrose. Yep.
Yeah, he could turn right, but couldn't turn left very well.
No, well, he was leading one, but he got taken out. I think it was Talladega he was leading for a bit. So, but anyway, we are digressing. So what's on the horizon for you guys?
As in what we've got on the go at the moment?
Yeah, what do you got on the go? And yeah, are you looking to do commission stuff or?
No, I sort of stick to myself. Happy with my little lot. So Melanie's obviously got a Pajero on the go for her dad. I've got a BMW on the go at the moment that's just been 2-packed not long ago. That's just been through the cut and polish process. Now that's about to start to be assembled before I can work on all masking up to do all the chrome work on it.
Yep.
I'm also working on a V8 supercar at the moment with some resin parts that I got in a kit from a fella over in the States.
Yep.
It's a supercars Ford Mustang resin kit. So doing it up obviously in Scotty Mack's Shell V-Power Mustang. So okay, should look all right when it's finished, I hope.
Speaking of resin kits, I know, I mean, you love Australia, so that's the most important thing. Andrew from Fulbore has just brought that out.
Oh, that looks amazing.
That's Brock's HVC there. The decals are just, I mean, if it wasn't for Brock, there wouldn't be the big Ford rivalry. So that we all got to
Absolutely.
enjoy. He did stray when he drove that Sierra, but anyway. Yeah, and the Beamer, what can we do?
Yeah.
But yeah, that goes live tonight. So you're actually part of on tonight's episode, the release of that at Fulbore Models, mate. I know you blew over, but that will be worth having. I know Andrew's doing he's looking at doing quite a few Falcons, early Falcons, like GDs, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, he's a Lion man's first up, but he's going to try and equal the book. So be on the lookout for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Kits are a bit pricey, but if you actually go to places like Hearns and other stores for imported resin kits, he's about $60 cheaper, and this is homemade. So, mate, I'm going to
and I'm all about supporting the local Aussie businesses.
mate. And I noticed the icky sticky there, the tweezers, the glue.
Yep. Yeah, I've got a fair bit of icky sticky stuff here now. I've a recent convert to their CA stuff.
Oh, it's the duck's guts.
Oh, absolutely brilliant. Compared to the other brand that I used to use, yeah, this stuff is killer. And anyone that's out there that hasn't looked at it, do yourself a favour and go and look at Monique's CA glues, because they're killer.
And I think I found the best part about Monique is the support you get. If you've got any questions about it, just hello. So, Did you see these, mate? They just come on board on the website. You need some of these, Mel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw those, and there was some paintbrushes come out recently as well.
Yeah, they're the paintbrushes that I released last year. Not supposed to release them. I was just like, oh, she sent me these. She was considering purchasing them. And I went, well, I didn't read the memo properly. And I'm like, yeah, look at these. And when they called me the next day going, they're not for sale. We don't have them yet.
No.
Because the website was going off its tree. And Jürgen from Jürgen Station and Jürgen Engel, the train guy, everybody was contacting Monique. Where are they? And I'm like, oh, these. Yeah. But they are, I know they are available now. So
fantastic Aussie. Yeah, there's some absolutely fantastic Aussie businesses out there, and you've only got to go searching for them, guys. They're out there, and I suggest to everyone that we, as Aussies in the hobby, we support our local Aussie businesses, because if we don't, and if we keep going overseas for our products, eventually all our bricks and mortar stores are going to be gone, and that helps no one.
And nobody, I mean, online's convenient, but nothing beats walking in that front door.
Oh, absolutely.
And especially at our young age, we can relive our childhood memories. And I mean, you're very lucky to have an amazing wife that doesn't go, do you need that model?
I still do.
She still does. There's still a fair amount of reins on, but in the same instance, there was a what I call my Holy Grail kit, which was the large scale F1 Nigel Mansell kit.
Yep.
And I hummed and hawed about the price of it when I saw it, and the eventual photo etch kits that I knew I would need to go with it. And I was very much encouraged to hit the button. So
well done. And
I bought it off a fella in Australia here, and I've eventually now sourced myself the photo etch kits, which should be here, and hopefully at some stage I'll spend a fair amount of time putting lots of love into that one. So,
well, I think I showed you that Lotus. I picked up my Holy Grail of cars, and that 112 Lotus JP S Mark III.
Yep.
And you just look at it, and you've always seen it from when you were a kid. Like I was born in '67, but in '78, when that car came out for real, like the real deal, you were just astounded and amazed. And yeah, now to have one that you can recreate, you go, all those memories come flooding back. So I'd like to see
Absolutely.
your mantle, mate.
That's the beauty about scale models, is you can always find a genre that you're attached to, and it means something to you when you finish them and put them in your cabinet. Like, it's such a good thing to have.
Yeah, and it's something for the general, like our kids to pass on, and you know, with all this new hybrid stuff, and by the time our grandkids are, you know, petrol cars won't be around. Like, although one day it'll be. What did people used to drive? You know.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, and as my wonderful children keep saying, when Poppy was building the pyramids, you know, like I'm like, yeah, righto. But yeah, hey guys, I'd really like to see that F1 and any other builds. Just send us some photos, guys. Don't forget, you can catch these two awesome people at House of Scale. That's their link up there, and it's in the description as well. And thanks for your time, guys, today. Really been appreciated. And well, anything else to say? Would you like to give a shout out to the kids?
No, not particularly. They know who they are. My sons are 18 and 20, so
but
they don't have much time for Dad anymore. Dad's too old and too slow.
Anyway, guys, thank you so very much for your time today. And as I always say, it's all good, and catch you later.
Thanks, Jace. Thanks for having us.
You're welcome. Stuart, Melanie, thank you so very much for your time today. Your work's incredible. I mean, nobody can deny that. It's great that you've got a great family atmosphere and everything's there for you guys, and what a great family you are. Thanks for the House of Scale Facebook page. Guys, make sure you go up there and check them out, and in the link in the description. Also, guys, all the links are in the description. All the wonderful people that have been on the channel. It's either their website, their store site, their Facebook page. Go and visit them, guys. We all need to support each other. And speaking of support, from myself to all the people that are suffering right now in Queensland and northern New South Wales with these floods, we wish you all the best, and our thoughts are with you. And also to the people of Ukraine, it is just so tragedy. It's such a tragedy. It's deplorable, and yeah, I personally do not agree with it. I'm not getting political or anything like that, but if you're a human being, you know it's the wrong thing. So send all our love and support to the people of Ukraine, and I stand by the Ukrainian people. Right, guys. Well, we do have, as you noticed in the video, Stuart and Melanie, they use ICKYSTICY stuff as well. So yeah, make sure you visit Monique at ickysticky.com.au. And again, Monique, thanks for those great products for last week. Braden, well, he can't get home, so there was no way of getting him on for this episode. But hopefully everything's okay when he gets home, and we'll have him on next weekend. That'd be fantastic. And again, make sure you hit outlawpaints.com.au, fulboremodels.com, and ickystickyglue.com.au. Have a speak to Monique. Right, guys, well, that's going to be a wrap. And again, if you're new, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and make sure you comment. Go into the draw for that Freightliner there, but the comment has to be on the anniversary episode. So thanks, guys, and as I always say, it's all good, and catch you later.